So what I'm here to tell you is you got the Democratic Party and the media. They are continuing. This isn't my opinion. This has already been reported. Their focus is still Trump. The Democratic Party seems to think that their winning strategy for the midterms to widen their margin is not to actually do things economically, not to do anything healthcare-wise, not to do anything, climate, you name it. They're going to run on QAnon. House Democrats are preparing to center their strategy for the far-off midterm elections on a simple, aggressive message. Republicans are the party of QAnon. Making an unusually early move to protect their narrow majority, House Democrats' campaign arm on Tuesday launched its first TV ad campaign, spotlighting supporters of the fringe conspiracy theory, including those who stormed the U.S. Capitol on January 6th, blah, 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 blah. So, let's go through the list here. And I know people will say, Jordan, you're being unfair. He's only been in office for 3 minutes. Well, FDR, in a similar economic situation, got more done in the first 10 days that Biden has gotten done now nearly a month. We're headed for a month next week. Biden, in an interview, is moonwalking. He's saying, I talked about this yesterday. I don't think we're going to be able to get it passed. I don't think we're going to be able to get it passed. $15 minimum wage as part of our COVID stimulus. We're going to have that as a standalone bill, and we'll negotiate with Republicans. What do you mean you don't think? I said this yesterday. What are you, some grasshopper? Some passive standbyer? You're the president. If you want the $15 minimum wage, part of your COVID bill, it would be in there. The Senate parliamentarian won't let you. Give me a break. And I would be the first one to credit Joe Biden, even though he's a neoliberal warmonger, if he fought and pushed for $15 minimum wage in the COVID relief bill. Then, after I credit him, I would push and start the campaign that we need to accelerate the phasing in of this $15 minimum wage. Sorry, $15 minimum wage is not good enough if you're not going to get it till 2025. Already, if we're factoring in inflation, it would be closer to $23 to $25 a month. So they already moonwalked on the $2,000 check. Now $1,400. Then they're trying to means test that. Then they moved away from $600 a week unemployment down to $400 a week. All of this, by the way, is negotiating against themselves. They have the House. They have the Senate. They have the White House. They've already said we're going to use budget reconciliation. So they're doing all of this while their allies in the media are trying desperately, because their ratings are diving, are sinking, because they don't have Trump anymore and his hourly tweets. They're just focused on Trump. Then they're trying to focus on Marjorie Taylor Greene, thinking that Marjorie Taylor Greene and covering her 24/7 will have that same Trump effect with their older audience and make them continue to be glued in. So what are they not doing? They are not covering the fact that there is no eviction protections. There's a moratorium. That's not the same thing as a protection. They're not covering the fact that literally poverty has gone up by 10% during this pandemic. Barely mention it. Not covering the fact that the PPP small business program was raided by plutocrats. They are not touching the fact that during this pandemic, Amazon and other corporate raiders have essentially been terrorizing their workers. Come in or you're gone. Speak out or you're gone. And they're counting on continuing a 5-6 year strategy of only focusing on Donald Trump. When Trump's gone, let's try and find a different Trump as the boogeyman, whether it's Marjorie Greene Taylor. They'll find somebody else if she doesn't work on the ratings. Meanwhile, Trump, he's still strong. A new CBS YouGov poll between Republicans, if Trump formed his own party, would you join it? 70% say either yes or maybe. 70% either yes or maybe. Republicans, important for the party to be loyal to Trump. Very important, 46%. Somewhat important, 27%. This is 7 in 10 we're talking. Republicans are still loyal to Donald Trump. And Trump sees the writing on the wall, folks. I'm not going to read you this whole story, but just a little bit. Already, Trump aides contend the impeachment process has proved beneficial to the ex-president, exposing disloyalty within the party's ranks and igniting grassroots backlash against Republicans who have attempted to nudge the GOP base away from Trump. Nebraska Senator Ben Sasse spent last week fending off constituent criticisms and censures from state party officials after he compared Trumpism to civic cancer for the nation. While ensconced at Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Trump has remained in touch with political allies and advisors, but he has intentionally kept a low profile, something that will likely continue this week. Allies of the president who dismissed the impeachment process as unserious and unconstitutional nevertheless acknowledged Trump can use it to capitalize on grassroots outrage and reconnect with his supporters. They said the former president and his team need to take the process seriously and saturate the airwaves with his defenders. And you know what is going to happen, folks? Trump is going to come out of this after he's after he's acquitted. Trump is basically, the media will be outraged. Biden, Dems, they'll say this is the end of America, blah, 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 blah. Give it a week. Trump will start somehow, even though it's not going to be through Twitter, he'll start getting out there again. And wait till the rallies start again. Wait till Trump's rallies across America. Make America great again. Save America. Wait till Biden pushes the TPP through, which is 100% going to happen. He's already basically signaled that he wants to take a look at it again. Wait till Biden pushes the TPP through. Wait till the economic numbers continue to suffer. Wait till the $1.9 trillion stimulus bill does the same exact thing that the $750 billion did in 2008, which is slowly help the recovery, but not fast enough. You got Biden walking back his promises. You have the Democratic Party fixating on Trump still, QAnon. Meanwhile, people are starving. You're going to have a mass homelessness epidemic because they're not going to do a damn thing to actually forgive the rent, to cancel the rent. And then what you're going to have between Trump's rallies, which are, I'm telling you, save this video, they're going to happen. I'd say give it a month or two. And in 2022, you know the difference? The Democrats aren't going to be able to bank on an unprecedented number of black people coming out in Georgia for them in the congressional midterms. They're not going to be able to bank on an unprecedented amount of black people coming out for them in Michigan, in Wisconsin, and the other states. That's why Biden won. It's because in Atlanta, in Detroit, in Milwaukee, in Philadelphia, black people came out at a much higher number than they did for Hillary Clinton in 2016. Without Trump on the ballot in 2022, sorry, there's no reason to think that there's going to be that same, urgent and high volume of voters. Presumably, we're going to be out of this pandemic, and it won't be as heavy towards mail-in ballots either. You think if the Democratic Party, as their relief to the masses, is a $1,400 check, $400 unemployment that will probably expire by summer or fall because they're stupidly going to set it to expire by the summer, my guess would be? Again, the bureaucratic mess that is unemployment. So God knows if everybody will get it fast enough. Who's going to get blamed for that? And the corporate media, they think they might be helping Biden and the Democrats, but they're actually going to be hurting them because they're going to be fixing on Trump, Marjorie Taylor Greene, all these people, while the people that the Democrats need to keep their House majority, keep their Senate, are going to look and say, nobody helped me. I got a check that amounts to crumbs. My small business didn't get bailed out. Nobody stopped my landlord or the banks from kicking me out to the streets. What really, the true relief that needs to come, and frankly, shame on Bernie, shame on the squad for progressives not fighting for this. You need $2,000 checks a month until this pandemic, from medical experts, is over. We have the money, $2,000 a month. You don't need unemployment weekly. You need $2,000 a month for individuals, more per couple. You need a freezing on the rent. The federal government will pay the landlords. The federal government will pay the mortgage brokers. That's what we need. That's what other countries are doing. And I'm sorry to Washington Post and all these outlets that are writing, oh, the unprecedented or the sprawling or the massive 1.9 trillion. Yeah, 1.9 trillion, it's a big number. There's a lot of good things in that stimulus bill. Credit to Biden. There are some good things on there. Additional food nutrition. The fact that they want to do $3,000 checks per child is good. I don't have to like Biden. You can accredit him when he's right. But that's not enough. That's not enough. They're talking about canceling $10,000 in student loan debt. Are you kidding me? That's a night out to dinner for most people with student loan debt. That's not even, what is that, 1/15 of your student loan debt? $10,000? Come on. Hope you enjoyed that last video. Hop on over to statuscoup.com where you can sign up for our email list and become a member for as low as $5 to $10 a month. Membership is how we grow. That's statuscoup.com/join. And remember, join our email list so we can grow the revolution with you.